Hey son, do you want to feel connected with your dad? Eat lunch with him without scrolling on TikTok. So when you are eating lunch with him, talk to him instead of scrolling on the phone, scrolling TikTok. Why this topic matters? Because you want to be present with your dad. You want to make him feel appreciated. You want to influence your brother to not scroll on TikTok while eating lunch too. And you want your friend to perceive you as a good example for them. Why scrolling on TikTok while eating lunch is a bad behavior? Because you become distracted, you make your dad feel unappreciated, and you influence your brother to be distracted too, to use phone while having lunch, and your friend perceive you as disrespectful for them. Here's why. Let me explain. You become distracted because you are scrolling on your phone. You focus your attention on your phone, and you might think my phone is more important than my dad, my brother, and you make me feel ignored because I can see you smiling while scrolling, swiping up, and here we are feeling ignored. And I might think maybe my son doesn't value my presence. You missed the chance to talk with me, make memories with me during lunch. Also, you influence your brother to scroll on his phone too while eating lunch because he can see you. He sees you scrolling on your phone while having lunch, and he might think, if my brother is doing it, that's unfair. Let me do it. Or he might think, maybe it's okay to scroll on TikTok while eating lunch, and your friend perceive you as disrespectful because they can see you scrolling on your phone while you are having lunch with them during the football match or during your drum lessons, and they might think, hmm, wow, Emmanuel doesn't respect our presence and our time, and they feel ignored, and they might think Emmanuel is not a good example for us. Do you think they would love to surround themselves around you? Right. So the right thing to do is to put your phone in the right place. Put it in your room. Eat lunch with your dad without scrolling on the phone, and that's the right thing to do. The question is why? Is that the right thing to do? Because you become present, You make your dad feel loved. You influence your brother to be present too, and your friend perceive you as respectful. Let me explain. You become present because you choose to talk to your dad, ask questions, respond to his questions, spend time together. And because you believe my time, my family deserves my time. And you make your dad feel loved because you're talking to me, we are discussing while eating, and I might think, wow, my son values my time, my presence. He's spending time with me. And your brother, you influence him to talk, to engage on the discussion while eating because he sees you. He might think, oh, my brother is talking to my dad while eating. I can do it too. Let me do it too. So you, him, and me were eating lunch together, talking instead of scrolling on the phone. And also, your friend perceive you as a good example for them because you know when you're eating lunch with them, you are asking them questions, you are talking with them, you are not scrolling on your phone, and they might think, "Wow, Emmanuel is such a good example for us. If he can do it, maybe we can too." So, son, keep keep putting your phone in the right place in your room and eat lunch with your friends, with your dad, without scrolling. Now you are aware why scrolling while no, now you are aware when you scroll on your phone while eating, you become disrespectful, distracted, you make your dad feel unappreciated, you influence your brother to do the same thing, to scroll in his phone, and your friends perceive you as a bad example for them. And also, you are aware that when you put your phone in the right place and when you engage on the when you talk to your dad instead of scrolling on your phone, you become more present. You make your dad feel loved. You influence your brother to do the same thing, to ask questions, to respond to your dad's questions, and your friends perceive you as good friend, respectful friend, right? Now, what if you scrolled on your phone? You scrolled on TikTok while eating lunch with your dad. What if? First of all, forgive yourself because before you were unaware the impact of this bad behavior. One thing you can do is to forgive yourself and apologize to your dad. Say, Dad, I'm sorry for making you feel ignored. Apologize to your brother. Brother, Emmanuel II, I'm sorry for being a bad example to you. I made you scroll on your phone to while eating on lunch with dad. And then apologize to your friends. I'm sorry, my friends, because I made you feel less connected with me. I missed the opportunity to talk with you, and I'll be a good friend. I'll try my best not to use scroll on my phone. And I want you to remember the problem was not you. The problem was the bad behavior, which is the scrolling on the phone while eating lunch. That's the problem, not you. Okay? Never. You're not the problem here. What if you scroll on the phone again while eating lunch with dad? When that happens, remind yourself that, oh, what will be the consequences? What's the impact to my dad, to my brother, to my friends, and to yourself? Always remind yourself of that. And, when you crave, when you really want so bad to scroll on the phone while eating, remember, lunchtime is family time. Put your phone in the room. And that's it for today's episode. And thank you for choosing to put your phone in the room, in the right place. Thank you for choosing to eat lunch with me and your brother without scrolling on your phone. And I really appreciate that. You made the right decision, and I'm so happy for you for choosing that. I'm so proud of you, son. You got this. I believe in you. And that's it for today's episode. Story of the day. Right now it's raining because we have hurricane, hurricane storm, and it's been raining since morning last night. One good story happened today. I went to the mountain earlier and then I saw my parents doing copra, coconut, tapahan, coconut, copra. There were basically they will sell it today, and I saw them, and I told myself, wow, my mom and dad was so hardworking amidst the raining. They were uh, lokad, the Bisaya. They were doing the work. Coconut has copra, pagkokopra. And I saw my mom lokad, uh, taking the coconut out from the coconut shell. And it inspired me, like, wow, they are so hardworking. That's the good story for today. The lesson is be hardworking. So, see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Write what you learned today. Don't forget.